Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Professor Sistrunk, and I'm reaching out to the student body. Okay, so we are 4 days into this 8-week class, and I want to reach out to my CNS 173 students because I want to make sure that you guys understand everything that you need to do. Now, what I want to do is just walk through things that I, as a student, should know at this time. The first thing I want to do is acknowledge that you had a chance to look at this video log and you really got a thorough understanding of that video log. Remember, the professor stated in the video log, read everything, leave nothing to chance, read it all. Also, you will see 3 important things that I will go over that you must have. D2L, of course, NetAcad, and NetLabs. You should have an account built up for all 3 of these, and if you do not have one of them, you need to reach out to me ASAP. So let's start this off with what's important today. Today, you should have completed your discussion question. Now, I'm going to put this in the form of the student breakdown so you'll see it like a student would see it. But you should have completed your discussion question because doing the discussion questions are critically important to understanding this class. And what do I mean by that? For example, there will be times when you miss your discussion question. The initial post. Let's go here. The initial post. Make sure that you read this description, posting guidelines. And when you miss it, I'm going to send you information said, did you read the posting guidelines? As you can see, it's 3 videos in here outlining what you need to complete in order to go forward in this class. So you should not be in the dark about D2L, Cisco Net Academy, nor how to use NetLabs. And then you had to answer some questions. So hopefully you did that. And remember, today is Thursday. So if you didn't do it, when you receive this video log, make sure you get it in, or you will be one of them students that say, oh, professor, I forgot my cat ate my paper, or my dog ate my paper, or whatever they used to say back in the day. And I'll be saying, that's life. So please read this posting on guidelines. Now that you completed that, hopefully you did, you must also make sure you go review your syllabus. Now, pretty much on the syllabus, I'm going to outline what's important. But you see you have syllabus, NetAcad, NetLabs, and Zoom link. You know what the Zoom link is for. It's just to set up a meeting with me so we can go with things. Remember, keep your meetings from 5 and after, because in the daytime, I'm really bogged down with making video logs and going to meetings. Good Lord. So once you go into the syllabus, you should be aware of what you are being graded on. Discussion questions, chapter labs, and packet tracer. So when you see that PKT, that means packet tracer. Chapter exams, final exams. That's what you will be graded on. So make sure you're doing all of that. And when you get down here in the syllabi, you want to make sure you pay attention to that particular week. Now, in this week, you had to set your stuff up. Hopefully you did that. D2L, NetAcad, NetLabs. You read the chapter. You do the module exam. Voila. You really don't have a lab or a packet tracer to do right now. You just got to make sure you read the chapter and you do the exam. And that's it. Now, another thing I want to point out to is when you do your packet tracers in your labs, you have fully covered how to present your information to me. And right here, you'll see assignment section. And in that section, it will give you places where you can upload files, your packet tracer and labs. So this week it says no labs in packet tracer. Woohoo! You didn't have to do anything. But make sure next week it's a different story. So what I want to jump to next, and I'm going to keep this video short, is where you will do all of your coursework. And that would be here. This is Cisco Networking Academy. We call it Cisco NetAcad for short. But in here you have an array of chapters to read and so on and so forth. Now, if you notice right here, you'll click on the content, and also you have a section exam. Make sure you do not miss them exams. And I know some students are going to email me, Professor, are the exams open? They will be open. Now, once you click on content, this is what you will see when you come into the content section. It pretty much shows you everything that's in here. So you want to make sure that you read through everything that's in here. These are your chapters, people. As you can see, this is chapter 1. Okay? And in chapter 1, you'll just go through the lessons. You can see the lessons here, and I don't know why I'm highlighting it, but you can see the lessons here, and you just read through it. Now, here's a question a student asked me. A student said, hey, where do I get the packet tracers and labs and I do my assignments? They're in your chapter. They're built in your chapter. You have to read through the chapter in order to know what to do. So that's pretty much where you will get your material. Now, from time to time, as I say, you will go through here and read and run into a lab or a packet tracer. This says class activity, but as you read through, you'll see your labs and packet tracers. Now, when it comes to net labs, you have packet tracer and you have labs. All of your labs, for the most part, will be done in here. But make sure you go through your chapter first to make sure you know what lab you should be doing. Then go over to net lab and do it in here. I'm going to have a session where I'm going to be doing labs and doing packet tracers, but you'll pretty much see me. So that's pretty much briefly what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to keep it short so you can know exactly what you should be working on and where you should be. This is not something you don't already know because it's in my other videos. I just wanted to jump in here and say, hey guys, are you doing your work? Look for me to do videos on labs and packet tracers so you can see how I do the work too. This is Professor Sistrunk. I'm cutting this short so you can get the work done. Do that discussion question today.